Okay, we're back at Hamble Point Marina. We've got our crash boat out of the water now in a cradle. Soon our friends from Osmotech are going to come down and they're going to knock a hole in the side for us. And we're going to spend the day lowering it into the water using the travel hoist and finding ways of stopping water coming in. So we've got some external ways, wrapping stuff around the hull, some internal ways, blocking the hole off. And we're going to see what works. So if you are unlucky enough for it to happen to you, you know what to do. Currently trying to knock a hole in this boat so we can do the how to stop water coming in test. And it's proving a bit tricky. We've smacked it with a hammer, we've scored it with an angle grinder. Now we're using a cold chip. Still no luck. That's our hole. That's the hole we're going to be fixing. It's about 8 inches, say 20 centimetres below the water line, and about 3 inches by 3 inches, say 10 centimetres each way. One slight concern we had was that because the water line's about here, the water was just going to fill up to there and that would be it. And that's not very dramatic, so it's just like a ballast tank or something. So we've knocked a hole in this bit. And the interesting bit was, had it been across a bulkhead or something, we'd have had to knock that bulkhead away. So it's interesting to find out how easy it was to do that. It didn't take long. We used our friend the hammer here, and that took maybe 30 seconds to make a hole that size. We do have trouble getting the laminate off the bottom, so that lip would always be there. So if it was holed over here, say, then it would be difficult to get a smooth edge. So if you were planning on blocking it that way by putting something across the hole from the inside, then you might struggle with that piece of laminate there. But anyway, so we've got our hole, so the boat will fill up. The water will come in here and it'll run back down the boat, where we have a clever way of emptying it. And this is the way we're draining the boat. We got our friends at Osmotech to drill 2 holes in the bottom, and we've put bungs in them, so they come out fairly easily. That's how we're going to drain the boat. There's another one over there, speed things up a bit. Can't see any water yet. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Now. Yes. That's coming in. That's a lot. Okay. That's faster than I expected. Now, this is a method Kieran dreamt up last night, whereby we shove something through that hole. There's a loop on the end of this bit of string that I'm prodding out with a wire. Hopefully Kieran can see that. Yeah, we good?
Yep.
Okay, well let's definitely slow the flow.
Anything to tie it to?
Not as such.
You grab this. See if that will.
To clamp it, oh I see, right. Well, we'll see if we can get away with this one for the time being. Maybe is that Spanish windlass type thing here. Okay, so we've got a board. We poked a line out. Kieran grabbed it with a boat hook, pulled it up, tied a board on the end, just a plain bit of board like this, and we've hauled that against the hull. It's definitely stemmed the flow, but we've got one of the engine boards which has foam on it, and also like a rubber liner, which is good sound insulation, but should also maybe improve on this. Okay, to buy us some time while Kieran's changing boards there, I've just grabbed a cushion that was hanging around, and I'm now wedging it against the hull with my foot, and it seems remarkably effective. Obviously it's not a long-term solution because I don't want to spend all night here, but while we're changing boards, surprisingly effective. We've replaced the flat board, ordinary piece of plywood like that, with a part of the engine soundproofing. So we've got there's the wood there, and there's a knot against that, and there's a load of foam on the inside, which should fit against the hull much neater. That's the theory. Okay. Yeah, we like that. So we can't get some more tension in that. Okay, the clamp is just to give us a turning block, because there's nothing else here. We've looked around and there's nothing else we can tie around. So that looks pretty effective. I wouldn't feel good about sailing at the moment. It's certainly bought us some time. Obviously we've not done this before. This is the second solution we've tried. It was a lot better than the first. The cushion was also pretty good. This probably is about as good as the cushion at the moment. It's really stemmed the flow. You can see there's not huge amounts of moving water. So yes, we like this idea. The engine board works. Okay, well if this, obviously, if you hit something hard enough to make a hole, we've already seen how difficult it is. If you hit something hard enough, you'd know about it, and you'd start pulling cushions and lockers open, and you'd find out where the water was coming in, if indeed there was water. It could well have been across either side of that bulkhead there, which means you'd have to smash the bulkhead out, and we've already seen that that's not easy. You're left with the flats of laminate, they stay there. The plywood's easy enough to get out, but the laminate's not, so you haven't got a flat surface to work with, which rules out things like cushions. This is just to test methods. Obviously, in real life, you've no idea whether the hole's going to turn up. You've just got to go with it, I guess. Okay, well I've just heard they've got a scale on the travel hoist, and I've just heard that what was it, 7-8 minutes? We took on 2 tons of water. It's about 7 inches. 2 tons, and that wasn't a bad leak. You can imagine worse. Right, we're just going to drain it now. We've got 2 more external methods. One is the sail. This is called fothering, where you kind of wrap a sail around the whole hull to stop the water coming in. So we've got lines on each of the sail's 3 corners, clew tack and head, and we're going to haul that over the boat with a foot of the sail on this side, so we've got more area to cover the hole with. This is another version of the same. We're using these true grips, I think they're called. So it's just a little piece of batten like that you put there, and slide that across, and that gives it grip. So we're going to try to do the same thing with this. It's just a piece of damp course from a DIY shop, and we've got some mounting twine there to hold it all in place. So those are the next 2 methods. We're going to do the sail first, then try this. Alright, we're approaching water level. Still nothing coming in. This one, the plan is to wrap the sail around the hull, called fothering, apparently. So we're going to take the head over that side, leave the foot and the clew, well, the foot over there, and then just tighten it around to see how much that stops the water flow. We now have water. Is there weight on the slings? Okay, alright. That's what we've got. The water's coming in.
Okay.
spring into action. I've got the luff aft, Kieran. Is that right? It's way high, it's about 7 inches again. So that's another 2 tons. This is slower than I thought. I think we've probably got twists and all sorts in here. Wait a minute, apparently it's working.
How it's working?
That wasn't good, it took a long time. So I got twisted under the boat. And there's still a lot of water coming in. I'd be better with a cushion on. Okay, it's worked a lot better than I thought. It took a lot of time to get it in place, and you can see that it's kind of ebbing and flowing. I guess as the boat moves, the sail is compressing against the hull and pushing water through, or not. It took a while. There are much quicker ways, but it's effective. Undeniably effective. Yeah, just a lot of time. I mean, you can see if you were under pressure, as you would be, then the chances of getting that sail twisted or getting the wrong end in the wrong place, perfectly possible. But yeah, I guess it works.